Yeah, just Sveno Mick here. Just quick video. I said I'd do another quick one Sunday afternoon because we've got a pretty busy week next week. So just got some new safety shirts. Oh, this one I just wear around the house. These are only $25. Hard jacket from Bunnings. Actually, no, sorry, this one was only 15 or 16, and my long sleeve cottons are only $25. Just catch them when they're on special, and I don't think there's any other place that can sort of come close to that. So, yeah, bloody old Suzuki, look at her, what a weapon. Now, classic dirt, I was gearing this thing all up for this year at Conondale, or classic Conondale weekend. Used to be VMX magazine, Classic Dirt or something, but now it's Classic Dirt Conondale, Classic Conondale. So it runs over three days. Absolutely brilliant. I'm into old bikes. I'm into the era that I grew up on. I've got my IT 490. You can see directly behind that SP, and she's a beautiful old girl. And the old 4-stroke here, I just like simple things, and this air cooled, carbied. It's got a pumper carby on it, points, ignition and condenser. So if she's got sparks, she's got fuel, she's going to run, and it's pretty easy to produce all that, and I can pretty well go completely through this whole engine, every nut and bolt on it, and not have a problem doing anything. Pretty well most things I've got. My old Falcon, my old 351 or 408 Clevo, 351 Clevo, I can do all the work on that myself. I don't get her out much, she's in storage, and it's just a bit of a drama to get it out. So I just have it in because they're becoming very valuable, I have it in what do you call it, a guarded storage facility, like they're just security storage, because because they're only made well under 2,000, 1,950 of those from 1973 to 1976 to June 1976. Mine being a May 1976 one. So they're rare, so you've got to look after them and keep them guarded, locked away, out of sight, out of mind. But anyhow, quickly, I'm just going to go on because I'm only going to do a quick one here. My anxiety. I haven't talked about my anxiety for ages. For the simple reason, I haven't suffered anxiety now since I left my previous job. Now, I talked to my psychologist for years about this, and she knows basically everything, nearly every dark secret I've got. And but you can't tell them everything. But I just keep that few in here, up here, that no one knows. But that's all right. And most people would say probably got things that they don't want anyone to know. Sort of happens probably when you've been a bit of a wild little fuck in your day. So, but anyway, apart from that, anxiety gone. Now I'd say to her, what can I do? Because I'd been just suffering in semi-silence for a good while, to the point the last 3 to 4 months on the previous job, and I worked for the council. A lot of people would say, oh, you wouldn't have stress within the council. Those people never worked in an organisation where you've actually the dollars being accounted for, and you're in the eye of the public, which is your payer, and you've got to perform. And not that it worries me about performing. I've never worried about performing. Work's never worried me, but as you get older, it doesn't get easier. Like I've probably worked in, I would say, potentially probably the hardest places you'd ever work, which are, I just got to sit down here, my bloody legs are an angle of the dangle. The angle of the dangle, so just take those weight off my legs. The hardest place you'd ever work would probably be a meatworks, because it's a production line and it's go, go, go. And if you can't keep up, because you might have a gun slaughtering them, doing a particular job, and that rail sets that person, well, I worked on gravity rails and a little bit in cradles, but the gun slaughtered them and sets the pace, and people probably don't understand if you don't keep up, they're onto you. And so hard work's never bothered me at all. But as you get older, you obviously can't do as much. But getting back to this anxiety. Now, I've been working for myself for 3 months, and if I was probably going to have pressure, trying to perform and make $1 is probably the hardest thing. But for me, that's, I don't say making a fortune, but making $1 that's actually come quite easy. And not, look, only 3 months in, I'm probably not doing as well as I was in the previous council job, but mentally, no comparison. Like I said, 3 months, not one single anxiety attack. Leading up to my leaving, I would, and I'm not blaming anyone. It's just the way you're geared and the way you react to things. And I know a lot about anxiety now because I've suffered it for heading for 5 years now. And but anyhow, getting back to it, I haven't been saying much about anxiety because it's been completely non-existent. So that says to me to prolong my life, because anxiety's obviously anxiety's like if you've got a very bad diet and very unhealthy diet and no exercise. Anxiety actually builds. Like if you have a bad diet for a month, you'll probably put on a bit of weight, become less fit, and not good for you. But if you have a bad diet for 5-10 years constantly, you're going to run into trouble. Well, most people are going to run into big trouble. I mean, heart attack, stroke, death, diabetes, whatever. End result, probably death. Anxiety is accumulative, exactly the same. So really, constantly, I'd go to work with a constant ache up my left side, down into my left arm, up into my shoulder and across to the right, up my left shoulder and across into my right shoulder. So now, gone. Absolutely, completely gone. Now, like I said, I'm not blaming anyone, but whatever was doing to it is out of the equation now. So, yeah, it's bloody great. And like I said, I sort of haven't even given it anxiety for probably a month and a half, 2 months, apart from people asking me how I'm going. It's not even on my mind. Now, whether you have it unknowingly, you think about it when you got it and things aren't going probably that great, and then it becomes a big problem, whereas there's only one real big thing that's taken out of the equation, and I think that one thing was probably all I needed. Well, not probably, it is all I needed. And, you know, no ill feelings, no anything like that. But whatever the problem, and I know what it is, but you know, I'm not going to say. You know, it happens to be just a few things, but I won't say names or anything like that. But it's gone, and these things here, things like this, things like I'll just show you my old IT, which is all seen with on the Sveno Mick. There's the old deer there. Absolutely love that old girl, and this beast. Actually, my mum that's passed away, actually 11 years ago, she bought this for me, or what a little small inheritance I got from her. Mum was a bloody great woman, great mother. And I thought, I'm going to put this into the money that I got from her. I wanted to put it in to something that I would keep, and that's this thing here, this IT 490K, which I got up from Victoria. But look, I'm going to leave it at that. Look at all my bits and pieces of junk here. Look at those closed chamber head, that closed chamber head there. And this old deer, I can't sort of wait to get it out. I sort of was going to have it out this year, but because it's very hard to find places to ride unregistered bikes in Australia. But I'm just going to leave it at that, and I'm getting ready for another big week of action. On that note, Sveno Mick with my new work shirt, my $16 special. Doesn't seem too bad, but I wear long sleeves all the time, but this one's just around the yard or under my jacket in the winter. Anyhow, I'm going to leave it at that. Sveno Mick out.